Energizing.
Hey! How'd I get on this cool spaceship? I'll take it. Orville, eat your heart out. Hey, my name is Sean, and I'm a video editor. I've been with ASU for 25 years. During that time, I've run all kind of laboratories, engineering laboratories. I'm currently running a maker's lab with 3D printing, robotics labs, and during that time, I've always kind of been the one that did all the editing, the video creation for our websites, video trainings, fun YouTube channels, capturing student projects and just putting it into a cool format. So yeah, I've done quite a bit of editing over my years here at ASU. I'm at a crossroads in my life where I'm retiring and ready for the next venture, and hey, I want to get into video. So I love to work in Premiere Pro and After Effects. I think those two together you can do just about anything. However, if your company does something new or something different, I'm willing to learn, so that's not a problem. You know, I'm good with compositions. I'm good at using pre-comps in creative ways. Of course, I think when you look at YouTube now, all the motion and glitchy and the really exciting aspects to a video is something I embrace, so big on motion. Another good thing about me is that I'm really good at 2D art. While I've been at ASU, I've also done a side business, and during my side business, I've learned Photoshop, Illustrator, Corel Draw, and I'm really good at the 2D side of art. So if you need anything, logos or any kind of 2D artwork in the videos, I can do it myself, which is nice. I'm a wood artist, build beer tap handles here in the Phoenix area, and I have my handles are hundreds of them around town. I do custom tap handles, so I'm not only the 2D art. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you can tell, I even have paint on my hands right now from doing some beer tap handles, but I do wood signs in general, banners, so again, all kinds of 2D art, which really, if you think about it, video is only 2D just a million times, so. I'm good with green screens, as you can see. I'm not really on a spaceship. One thing cool about green screens is, you know, you can put a dinosaur behind you. Actually, my kids, I have 10-year-old boys, they love doing stuff like that. Huge library of effects that I know. My favorite is Saber. I love all things neon. I don't know, something about seeing neon on a video is just awesome. I know how to work with audio. You know what they say, goodness in, goodness out. So that is something that I've learned over the years and learning more every day. If you don't have a green screen though, I know about rotoscoping, where you capture an image, follow it. A lot of work, but I think it's really, you can do some super cool video and effects with rotoscoping. Motion tracking, I've had videos that are real shaky, and I've used where you track something on a person's face, so motion tracking I've worked with, and of course rendering, and I can do whatever format you need. H.264, compacting a video so it's smaller but keeping the quality. Done quite a bit with that. And like I said earlier though, I am learning every day, even after 10 years of doing this. It's amazing how this industry is growing, but it's just exciting to me. I have started a YouTube channel, and I mean just started it, but I do know how to create YouTube channels. The banners behind it, advertising. I have had some YouTube experience, growing that every day, having a good time with that. But probably the best thing about me, I was born in the 80s, and that means hard working. You're used to getting little bit knocked around in life without giving up and hanging in there. And another thing about me are deadlines. That I've even won an award. I used to work at Motorola, won an award for deadlines, and I got a plaque for it. So I think that's one of the number one things with video is meeting the deadline. So I will do that. I won't sleep at night if I think I'm going to miss a deadline, so I will get it done. I am hoping to join your team. I'd love to meet some other people that are cool. I feel like I'm very open-minded. I'm open to criticism. If you see something that I need to change or learn or do different, you just let me know and I'll do it. So send me an email, call me, let's talk. Hope to join your team. Thank you. I wonder where this spaceship is going. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Temper Tantrums 101. I'm your host, Taser Jones, and this is your introductory course to the mayhem and lunacy of the 21st century. Oh, do we have some lunatics for you today? Check it out. So this first video is something that just makes me furious when someone tears up a store. Here we go.
They speak Jin, they don't speak Chinese, so she messing their stuff up.
Let me get this straight. She's tearing up this store because they speak Chinese and are not speaking English.
This is so motherfucking funny. Now funny. Now funny.
It's a little funny.
Yes, let us out. That's all right, puppy. I love you.
By the way, what is it with this new phenomena that if you're not happy with the ketchup or the service, that you tear up the store? Stop it! You know what pisses me off the most about this? You know who's gonna clean this up? The guy making $10 an hour trying to feed his family. Still funny. Hama, hama, hama? I like how our friends are just sitting there. Let's go, Cindy, let's go. Seriously, if I saw my friend sitting here doing this, I would absolutely smash his face. There go the lottery tickets. Next up, we're going to give a good example that oil and water do not mix. And we're going to head to, this is from the lady in the video, not me, the Gayborhood. And in there, we're going to mix religion, a street preacher. This is one of my favorites. Here we go.
Why'd you do that?
Because I can hear you from where I live and I'm tired of it.
Uh-oh. Chick with purple hair. This is going to be good.
Why? Why are you tired of it? Isn't it a good thing to do to preach the
Loud.
word? It should be loud.
You're loud.
Gotta reach a lot of people.
Too loud.
Gotta reach a lot of people. This is good news.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. People are they're in danger of hell. Babies
No,
are
you don't.
babies are being murdered.
Uh-oh. He mentioned babies. What is it about purple hair and screaming that always go together?
Why do you think that's a good thing to do,
Does
ma'am?
that feel good? Because that's what I hear every time I hear you talking.
No, that's not what you hear. That's not what I'm doing.
I do.
I'm preaching
Yeah,
out
I
here. I'm
do.
preaching truth.
No.
And I'm speaking
I
up for
hear things
babies.
that I don't want to hear.
Why do you have
Would you like to leave now?
Why do you have a problem with
Go
what I'm
home.
saying?
Go home. There's a stay-at-home order that you are literally not following.
Yeah,
Go
the
home.
Bible. I need to preach the word of God
Go
out here.
home.
Bro, she has purple hair. Don't talk about the Bible.
I need to reach people out.
Home, you asshole! I will continue screaming. Would you like that? Because I'm actually finding it really, really relaxing.
Well, why don't you explain to me why what I'm doing is wrong? Have you heard the gospel before?
There's a stay-at-home order. Go the home.
Oh yeah, don't pull the COVID thing out. You're sitting here freaking screaming in people's faces, spittle flying. Yeah, let's leave the COVID stuff at home.
It's so much more peaceful when he's not saying things.
Yeah, forget about their lives.
Peaceful. Well, I'm glad you're helping the peace. Your screaming is just music to my ears.
Yeah, you're being completely irrational, ma'am. You're being completely ridiculous. And it's because you don't love.
Oh, it's great when two worlds clash. It's just great. Purple-haired lunatic on one side, Bible beater on the other. And then we get great videos. Listen, I'm just getting started. Tase this shit. How do I like and subscribe?
Get on your stomach now!
This next video is a perfect example why skinny millennials shouldn't fight dudes that know how to fight. Let's head to the Middle East. Well, at least that's what the music sounds like to me. Oh, using the knee, MMA! This guy knows how to fight! Oh, the shirt comes off! Oh! That guy is out cold. Tweety birds. Skinny millennials, this is why you don't fight people that know how to fight. They're gonna kick your ass. There's nothing I like better than people out of shape fighting. So let's head to the Red Lobster and see a bunch of fine athletes duking it out.
Let's fight now. Don't let mine on somebody.
I always like a good soundtrack with my fights. I feel like I'm watching a horror movie. Ooh, Red Lobster horror movie. Dun 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 dun. Every time I fight, especially during COVID, I keep on the mask. Man, that girl must have been hungry. Yeah, refunds are important. Wow, look at that collection of fine athletes. How come I never see cool things like this when I go out to eat? Ooh, the 120-pound guy is gonna throw down. These are the kind of ladies that always get in my face in public. I wonder if she ever got her refund back. Now let's head to Europe, where they take their soccer very serious. Oh man, there's nothing worse as a guy than when a girl starts kicking your ass. She's pretty big. Yeah, like, that's scary. Wow, I mean, I think this girl might be mafia. Man, whenever they hunch their neck. Hey, did you see behind there, man? Heck of a save. I love the guy's just like, hey, I'm trying to watch the game. Oh, the old throw over the banister. Really love to know what this guy did. All right, everyone. I'm not kidding. I'm just getting started. We are gonna have fun delving into this world of insanity together. And let's end every video with a good tasing. Hit that like and subscribe. Let's have some fun. This is Taser Jones. Out.
Is this your friend? Is this your friend? Is this your friend?
You need to take a second.
Oh, this is gonna be good. That guy's toast. Oh, nice drunken swing there. Oh, I want to tase that guy so bad. Oh, he's getting teed off on.
Oh, he's had.
Hey, pull up your pants. Yeah, I think that guy's name is Jim Beam, if you know what I mean. What a douche. Oh, let's all hear what the drunk guy has to say.
Hey, Tink, be careful.
Back the fuck off!
$100. Take his money.
I got $100 right here.
It's a miracle.
Cops are coming. I bet you $100 when you motherfuckers can tell me about.
Ooh, whenever the shirt comes off, you know it's gonna get good.
Y'all need to stay calm.
Tase.
Let him throw the first one.
God, I want to tase that guy so bad. Tase him right in his Irish tattoo.
In 1 month. In 1 month. That's great. Walk away. Walk away. I'm about to punch. Walk away.
That guy doesn't seem too concerned.
Fucking
Oh, tase. Oh, I love the taser screams he's playing.
I have no idea. I just walked in here. I have a lot of it on camera.
Thank God for
He
alcohol.
took me over to that chair. And yeah, he took me over to that chair and he was
That's
like,
gotta feel
he showed me
good.
his
Maybe
badge
I'm
and
gonna
all
become a
that.
cop.
Yeah. Good work, fellas. Good work.
Isn't that taser scream the greatest sound ever? Taser, taser, taser. Listen, I'm just getting started. Tase the shit out of that like and subscribe button.
Here's a story about a Polish lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely kids. All of them were super nice with perfect vision, but they each had an evil twin. Here's a story about a man named DENGLER who was raising up these twins as well. But the naughty half-a-twins super sneaky, and they were blind as a bat. Then the one day when this lady and this fellow knew that raising these twins would be nuts, these kids, though total opposites, together they make up the DENGLER bunch, the DENGLER bunch, the DENGLER bunch. That's the way they became the DENGLER bunch.
shingles. Or actually, you know what? A better name for it?
The virus from hell.
Stay tuned. Hey, welcome to Dingy TV. This is a brand new YouTube channel that's going to be about anything I want. This first episode, I'm telling you about the worst thing I've ever went through. I've had hernia operations, I've had shattered bones skiing, I've had this shoulder scoped out or replaced, and COVID twice. And I'm telling you right now, this shingles, or the virus from hell, actually my kids call it herpes. So my herpes was the worst thing I have ever been through. So seriously, if you're 50 out there and you had the chicken pox, go get this vaccine. And I'm not a big vaccine guy. Get it now. Go down to Walgreens or wherever, it's probably covered. But wow, I got this July 21st and I still have it. We're talking 4 months later. It still hurts. And actually, I have permanent nerve damage. I mean, if you really want to see how bad it is, look at these pictures. Look at that. Isn't that disgusting? I'm sorry to make you look at that. I should have given you a disclaimer of how disgusting that is. I still have discoloration on my sides, but yeah, look at that. Nasty. Let's start from the beginning. I was actually in Poland, over in Europe, and you know how Europe is, especially in Poland. Every day, even with my 80-year-old grandma in Poland, she's like, here you go, clanging back, clang, clang, vodka, vodka, vodka. So one day I woke up and man, I had a pain in my side and I thought, oh my God, I'm getting liver disease. I gotta quit drinking. Actually, you can ask my wife. She started laughing because I was like, one day I didn't want beer anymore. And she's like, what is going on if you don't want beer? I really thought I had some kind of liver problem. Then it started hurting more on my side. And then I thought, man, do I have kidney stones? What is going on? Really had no idea. As I'm on the plane back to America, I'm just sitting in the seat on the plane. It's just like, aha! It was just killing me. So on the plane, I pull up my shirt and I look down, and there it was on my side, just a blossoming of red blisters. And I knew right then, I don't have to worry about my liver anymore. That was the good news. I can drink now. I had shingles. I knew it immediately. I was like, oh my God. Actually, I was happy because I thought, oh, just a little rash. But little did I know the hell that was coming. So I get back into America, and it was Friday. So I thought, I'll go see my doctor on Monday. By the way, red flag 1. If you have shingles, don't put it off. Go straight to the emergency room, your doctor, urgent care, and get on the medication. So that's the first thing. I waited till Monday. Let this thing get a good grip on me. Shingles. Let's talk about what it is, first of all. Well, even though it's herpes, which is disgusting, I got it when I was 9 as a kid. It is chicken pox. And I guess it sits dormant in your spinal cord for me, 40 years. I was like 10, 11, something like that, when I had chicken pox the first time. And I will say this, when I got the chicken pox back then, it really was bad for me then too. You know, for those of you that are younger than 50, probably have never known anyone to have chicken pox or didn't have it yourself, but it's like breakouts all over your body or wherever. And I actually had one, this was so horrible, on my eyelid. So every time I would blink, the little thing would scrape on my eyeball. I remember being with my grandma, in the bathtub, covered in that calamine lotion. And I just remember laying there in such agony every time I'd blink. I actually had to reach with my finger, grab that, and I ripped it off my eye. Sorry if you're eating. But that's how bad I had chicken pox. So if any of you had it bad, definitely take it serious when you hit 50, because I had it bad when I was 52. So anyway, back to the story. I go to my doctor on Monday, and yes, it had broken out on my side. So what happens is the virus, which is in your spine, will pick one of the nerve paths, and it will come alive on that nerve path. And it can actually be anywhere from your torso up to your face. And I did hear that if you get this on your face, it can actually make you go blind or brain damage and kill you. So if it's anywhere near your face, even take it more serious. But mine was the common kind, which is on your side. And that is where my blossoming was. So when I went to the doctor on that Monday, they gave me, and I'm horrible with the name of these drugs, is an antiviral called valacyclovir or something like that. That was the antiviral. And I really think that I started this too late. If I would have taken that sooner, it might have been better. And then they also put me on what's called gabapentin. Now, gabapentin is one of these drugs that it drives me crazy when doctors say this, but I'm like, oh, how does that help you? And the doctor goes, yeah, we don't know. We're not sure. Just somehow it helps deaden the nerve pain. But we don't know why. Nutty. So I started taking those 2 drugs, and it might have gotten a little better. So let me explain to you what shingles. It's not about the rash. The rash is nothing. Well, actually later it was. But in the beginning, it takes that nerve, and the devil, Satan, just takes that nerve and squeezes it like that. Pulse, let go. Pulse, let go. I was laying on my bedroom floor, could not almost walk at the height of this. So painful, and it's never ending, never ending. And the thing about nerve pain like that is painkillers really don't even do anything. I mean, maybe a little bit, but this is just pulsing, Satan, squeezing. So yeah, that was really bad. To be honest, for me, I don't think gabapentin did anything. So what did I do? What were some of the things that really helped me? Well, probably really the biggest one, even the same when I was like 10 or 11 when I got chicken pox, is calamine lotion. I'd put that on and I felt some relief. I only missed a couple days of work. I'm one of those guys where I don't like to miss work if I don't have to, at least for long periods of time. All my friends at home are laughing right now. Ha ha ha. So yeah, I only missed a couple days work, and in order to go to work, I had to go to some kind of extreme solutions, but they may help you. One of them is, because the thing about shingles too is even right now, this shirt's driving me crazy. Any type of clothing, anything that touches your skin is just, it's like, again, it's that pulsing of the nerve. It's horrible. So what I did to get through the day is I'd wake up in the morning and I would cake something on my torso, and then I would actually wrap myself in saran wrap, which I'll actually kind of show you what I'm talking about right here. So I would cake myself in saran wrap, and that way when I put clothes on, at least it wasn't touching the saran wrap. And I'd go to work, but by about noon, I couldn't take it anymore, and I'd have to rip that saran wrap off. And then the rest of the day, I would sit in my office without my shirt. I would sit there like naked from the top up, hoping no one was going to walk into my office. And the couple times that they did, I'd have to like pull my shirt down and sit there and go, ah! I was trying to talk to somebody. So yeah, that was not fun. So I tried calamine lotion, and that probably was the best. But then you get nutty and you try different things. We tried colloidal silver, which is for the immune system, and you spray it on, and that may have helped. Another one that we did, this one warning, is we took apple cider vinegar. I saw this in another YouTube video, and kind of mixed it with water, and I would spray that on. And first I did a little bit because I heard it kind of helped kill the herpes. So I'd spray that on. Well, one day I'm a big tough guy, so I sprayed a ton. It's acid, so yeah. As I spray that on, all of a sudden it started to burn, and I'm like, ah! And it actually even hurt more than ever. So careful with that one. Then I tried from Walgreens, a soothing nerve foam. I'd mix that in with the calamine lotion, put it around my torso. helped a little bit. Another one I did was lidocaine. Lidocaine over the counter has a little bit of a numbing. I would do these cocktails. I would just smear on my torso and keep wrapping in saran wrap. And like I say, it kind of helped, kind of didn't. Here's one you don't want to do. And I'm sorry to this company, but Lakota Extra Strength Topical Pain Reliever. Yeah, no. It did the exact opposite. It is basically icy hot. So when I put this stuff on my rash, it did the opposite. I was screaming in pain. Don't use this stuff for shingles. Now, if you have sore muscles or achy arthritis, the stuff's probably amazing. But for shingles, do not do it. Do not do it. So yeah, nothing could touch my skin. I kept trying all these wraps. Nothing would help. I would say I got better about 1% a day. It has been 4 months and I can finally wear a shirt and at least not think about it, even though now it still hurts and it's still bugging me. And I actually haven't got the vaccine yet. I'm going to get it probably in a couple weeks. I wanted this to get over. But seriously, anyone out there that's 50, just go get this vaccine immediately. So, virus from hell, take it serious. And thanks for the first episode of Dingy TV. Who knows, next time it might be about sports. I have no idea. All right, we'll see you next time. I guess this is where I have to say, don't forget to hit like, subscribe. See you next time. I'm out. The world is a dangerous place. The top 5 times I almost died while traveling. Stay tuned. Hey, Dingy TV is back, and I've always loved to travel the world. Of course, now I'm married with kids, so I don't do it anymore, but these are the top 5 times I almost died while traveling. Well, actually, a lot of these I maybe wasn't gonna die, but at least get my butt kicked really good. It was definitely pretty scary. Okay, coming in at number 5. It's pretty darn close here to Arizona. It was in Rocky Point. And of course, I'm out partying with my friends. We're out at the bars, Pink Cadillac, drinking, and you know, I'm a dingler. I decided I'm kind of hungry. So, by myself, of course I don't go with my friends, I go out and, man, I'm looking for some street tacos, and found there's a nice little cart, order my street tacos, eating them away, walking back to the bar. As I'm walking back, I made a wrong turn down this alley, and as I turn in, out from the shadows, 5 guys come out and start speaking to me in Spanish, and not only was I buzzed and pretty much not understanding Spanish, but I also was terrified. So all 5 of them got around me and they all just started kicking me, kicking, swinging, and 5 guys jumped me. So I just put my hands up and just like back in the old football days, just started burrowing forward, just thrashing, bursted out of the alley and took off running. So, all right, maybe I didn't about die, but definitely took a few lumps on that one. Number 4, Cartagena, Colombia. So this is actually something you should learn if you're a traveler, and this is kind of one of the scams you're going to run into. But people always, when you're on the road, want to be your guide. Hey, I'll show you around. Yeah, except for they want money. So I'm in Cartagena with a buddy of mine, and we're just walking to the club. We knew exactly where we were going, and up came this pretty big Colombian dude, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna show you around. And we went, no, we're good. Well, I'll show you where to go tonight. And I was like, no, we know where we're going. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. So we're like, shh, you know, get lost. So we're walking. Well, he just starts walking behind us. Walking, and we get to the nightclub completely on our own, and he's like, hey, I showed you how to get here, so give me money. We went, no, we're like, you know, want to keep this G-rated on what we said, but we're like, you know, Go to heck. No way. Get out of here. Leave us alone. We got here by ourselves. So we paid, got into the club, having a good time, look behind, there he is. He also came into the club, and he was just like this, and he was just staring at us. So I'm like dancing with my friend, and I'm like, oh my God. So we danced all night, had a good time. Finally, it's time to leave pretty late. When we come out of the club, we start walking back to our hotel. I look behind me, there he is, still following us. We get all the way back to our hotel, and finally I turned around and I said, would you get the hell out of here and leave us alone? And he turned to me and he pointed and he goes, I just want you to know something. I'm Colombia Mafia, and I know where your hotel is. I know who you are. I know where you are. I'm gonna have you killed. You're gonna be killed before morning. And that's where I went from tough guy to, oh crap. So we were like, huh. So we went into the hotel, and you're probably gonna think I said that we got all our stuff and got out of there. But actually, we did spend the night in the hotel hall, although I was terrified all night long. And I was just like waiting all night for the door to be kicked in or whatever. Good news is I didn't die, because here I am today. Woke up the next morning, but I will say we checked out and got the hell out of there. And then went to Medellin, Pablo Escobar. Cool place. Okay, number 3 was in Prague. Prague is a super fun city, but it's also very sketchy. And we're in Prague, and I'm out at the bars again, having fun, and met some Scottish, like a group of Scottish guys and their girlfriends. And I don't know if anyone out there has met Scottish guys while traveling, but seriously, they are fun. So here I am, hey, American, I can't do the accent. Bought me a big bottle of beer, so I had one. Then bought me another bottle of beer, so I drank about a third of that one. Here's another one, so now I have 2. Then his friend buys me one. Next thing you know, I have like 5 of these huge bottles of beer, and I'm like, oh my God! So these guys were so fun. Well, finally, I drank maybe half of those beers, but it's still pretty strong. Finally, they're like, hey, let's go look around for a new bar. So we all, big group, go, and we go to the Charles Bridge, and we're all having fun, and we're looking out over the bridge, and all of a sudden I hear a scream, ah! One of the Scottish guy's girlfriends had her purse stolen. A lot of crime in Prague, that's for sure. So they are now all super busy, like trying to find the crook and everything in her purse. So I decide, forget this, I'm gonna go back to the hotel. So I start walking, and I realize I'm lost. I have no idea where I am, and it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. So I start walking down, and I get into a neighborhood, and it's like a maze. And in this maze of neighborhoods, the streets just went on and on. And actually, if you look here, you can see what I'm talking about. Just a maze of brick buildings. So I'm walking, and as I'm turning one corner, I run into a group of, I'll call them Russian dudes. Big guys, about 5 of them. And they turned at me, and we were probably, I don't know, 200 feet away. And they started screaming something in Russian, and they all started just charging at me. And I'm like, oh my God! So I just take off booking again, back to my football days. Booking around this corner, around that corner, and I hear them yelling. I see them coming around the corner chasing me, definitely wanting to kill me or rob me. I have no idea. So I'm running randomly through this labyrinth, and I finally burst into a square, and there's a taxi. So I run up to the taxi. I don't know, when you travel the world, usually people know English, but this guy knew no English, so I was like, help, and he was like, and I finally, I was like, hotel, and you know, he's like, what's the name, probably was saying. So I had to, there was a big horse statue next to my hotel. I had to mimic like a horse, you know. Oh! So I get in, and he takes off as the guys are running around the corner. Takes me back to my hotel. So I lived. Who knows? Again, okay, so I probably wouldn't have died. Although, who knows? I would have got my butt kicked. Okay, we are now at number 2. Back to Colombia. Colombia, Bogota. So I was flying back from Medellin, which I talked about earlier. Super cool city. flying back from Medellin, seeing some Pablo Escobar stuff, and we had our backpacks and all our stuff, and it was seriously, again, about probably 2 in the morning. Walking through Bogota, dark, by ourselves, me and a buddy, and we're walking, and hey man, let's get a beer, you know? So we see this little bar, and we go into the bar, and there's a bartender, very dark. It was almost like those kind you see in the movie. Actually, it was like that Star Wars bar. But we walk in, and there's nobody there. Me, my buddy, and the bartender. But you know, I'm already, and this is one thing about traveling too, when you get a spidey sense. I'm kind of going, man, this is the middle of nowhere, middle of the night, and I'm like, what? I mean, what if they drugged our drinks? I really thought this. So as I'm sitting there and we ordered 2 beers and I'm waiting, I look over, one guy entered the bar. He just sat in the corner. He was a lurker. He just went. So I'm waiting, I'm kind of starting to get a little nervous. I look to my left, another guy comes through another door. Now we're surrounded, at least from both exits. And they were not, again, they were not the happy, hey, give me a beer. They were just like this. So now their bartender's bringing my beer, and I look, 2 more guys come in, and they get into other corners. Now, of course, my friend I'm with was oblivious, and I'm sitting there, my spidey sense just tingling, and I grab him, I go, we gotta get out of here. And he's like, yeah, what are you talking about? Come on, it's fine. I'm like, man, we gotta get out of here. And I took my drink, and I'm like, if I drink this, I mean, we've all seen the Jeffrey Dahmer, Bill Cosby thing, and that's what of course, I didn't know that then. And I'm sitting there going, if I drink this, who knows, it could totally have a knockout drug and they take all our stuff. So I grabbed my friend by the back of the neck and I just walked straight out of the bar pulling my friend out. So, again, it could have been nothing, but I don't know. When your spidey sense goes off, it felt like a spider trap. But we got out of there, thank God. Don't go to Bogota at 2 in the morning with all your stuff. Now my number 1 story, and this one still to this day gives me chills when I think about it, was in the bowels of the Amsterdam train station. Again, with another buddy traveling, the backpacking thing, and our train gets in. I can't remember where we were coming from, I think Paris or something, and we get there and we get out of the train, and you start in the bowels of the Amsterdam train station. And again, it was probably 2 or 3 in the morning again. Maybe I shouldn't travel at 2 or 3 in the morning all the time by myself or with a buddy. But so I get out of the train and I'm walking, and they have places, they have like lockers to put your backpacks. And I had a backpack. I'm like, I don't want to carry this around all day. So I'm going to put it into one of the backpacks. I mean, I needed my hands free to go to the coffee shops. That's another video. So me and my buddy were down there in the bowels of the train station, and I'm putting my backpack away, and I hear something, and I look to my right, 3 guys walking quite a ways down the hallway, just walking along, and I look at them, didn't really think much of it. I look again, the 3 guys, they fanned out, and I hear, they had all 3 of them whipped out switchblades. This is the one where really, and they came up to me, and they were Dutch, I'm just saying, Actually, I love Dutch people, but they all 3 fanned out, and they come up and they all pointed their knives. They were probably firemen. They were like, give me all your money, give me your stuff. I don't know, I was in my 20s, stupid, and I was just like, no, I'm not. I hadn't put my backpack away, and my buddy too, both of us are like, no, we're not giving you our money, no way. And he was like, give me your money or I'm gonna stick you, I'm gonna kill you. So I took my backpack and I'm backing up, and they're coming out with knives doing that. And maybe this is my guardian angel that maybe has been in all my stories, but right when it was starting to get where it was gonna be, I was gonna be fighting them with a backpack and they had knives, around the corner came the Dutch police, in the middle of the night. And these guys looked back and took off running. And let me just say, thank you, police. And by the way, I totally support police. So that was my number 1 story. They were going to stick me. Maybe it was a bluff. But hey, why didn't I just give them my backpack? Well, actually, you don't want to do that when you're traveling. So yeah, that was scary. Now I have a bonus for you. Bonus. Here's the bonus. There is a trick in Prague that you need to know about if you're traveling. It is, what they'll do is they'll send like 2 really attractive girls out with flyers, and they'll be like, hey, come to our nightclub tonight. We're new, and you come with me, and you know, we'll show you our new bar, and you can have a drink on the house. And so, oh, okay, I've actually fallen for this twice. You're like, oh, a nightclub, that sounds fun, go dancing. So you get back there, and they'll take you into a dark bar, and they'll give you a room, and you'll sit down, and they'll leave. Then a waitress comes over, and she'll put a drink down. You don't even ask for it. And then they'll sit down the bill. And you look at the bill, and it's $200 US. And of course, I mean, I'm a cheap traveler. I'm like, I ain't paying this. So I get up to leave. That's when the 2 or 3 huge, like, World Wrestling Federation bouncer guys come in and go, you're paying this bill. And the first time this happened, I guess I'm cheap. I'm like, I ain't paying that. No way. You're going to pay it, or you're going to take an ass kicking. And I still kind of got like dizzy because I don't remember exactly how I got out of this, but I literally just kept working towards the door. I'm not paying it. I didn't order it, and got to daylight and got out of there. That was the first time. I will admit, this second time, I remember the second time sitting down at this bar in Prague. This was like years later, the second time I was there, and I remember going, oh my God, I did it again! I fell for it again! I'm like, I cannot believe this! Same thing, drinks came, bill, and this time there's the bouncers, and I'm like, oh my God. So I did it again. Got up and just as mad as I could be. This time I was a little different, where I was just like, I am not absolute bull S. I am not paying it. And I just burrowed past and got out. But anyway, do not fall for that. That is the oldest trick in the book. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Dingy TV. I'm out.
All right, I'm Sheldon. I'm a student worker here at the Innovation Hub, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the vinyl cutter. The vinyl cutter is for cutting out vinyl stickers, so you can make labels for your projects and things like that, and you can also make stickers for your vehicles or your laptop. We also have t-shirt vinyl, so you can cut out vinyl and make a t-shirt with it. So there's lots of different things you can do with this. Today we're just going to be working with regular vinyl. We actually sell vinyl here that you can use on the machine. You can also buy your own, but it comes on rolls. We buy it in rolls, and then whenever you buy it from us, you'll just cut off however much you decide to buy. So today we're going to be using this piece of vinyl, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set up the machine right now. So when you're ready to set up the vinyl cutter, after you've got your piece of vinyl cut, the first thing you're going to want to do is turn on the power button, which is right down here. And then I'm going to get the vinyl loaded into the machine. So when you're loading the vinyl into the machine, you've got these little rollers here which move the vinyl, and you've also got these other rollers that hold the vinyl on there. So what I'm going to do is place the vinyl on here, and it has to be on these rollers here. And you can see here that where the rollers are, they also have a mark there, so you know where they're at. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Now when you're placing this on here, one thing that's important is that the vinyl cutter is only going to cut between these outer 2 rollers here. So if I were to put the vinyl right here, it's only going to cut here, even though this is 24 inches wide. So make sure that you spread these out when you're placing this on here. And another important thing is this is a little optical sensor. There's one here and one on the back. That's how it measures the vinyl in the length. So you also have to make sure that that's covered by the vinyl. So this is CorelDRAW. We're going to go ahead and go over the CorelDRAW section of the workshop right now. The first thing I'm going to do is create a new file. So I'm just going to hit New File right there and press OK. The one important thing to do in the beginning is to change the size of your page so that it matches the size that the vinyl cutter measured our vinyl to be. So I'm going to go ahead and put those numbers in here.